What's going on, y'all? So listen. You know what? Jesus Christ. Y'all, listen. Surviving R. Kelly, wow. Wow. Some of it is like really wow, bitch. Okay. I just feel we gonna put all this shit alleged because, he's still denying claims. Wow, bitch. Wow, like I really needed a drink after that whole thing. I sat through this shit sober as fuck, 2 hours long, okay? 2 fucking hours long, and just listen to all this shit. I'm just sitting here like some of the stuff, a lot of stuff I already knew because they've been said time and time again, in media reports and stuff like that, when people trying to get at this man and get him out of here with the mute R. Kelly things and Tarana Burks and all of that. And in the first fucking minute of it coming on, we get introduced to at least 4 or 5 alleged victims. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like, Jesus. So this is how we started off, okay? Bitch. It's really not. Mm. After I got through watching this, like throughout watching this and listening to some of the stuff that was being said in this whole documentary, like it is a 6-part series, okay? 2 parts came on tonight. The other 2 parts coming on tomorrow night, Friday, and then the last 2 parts are coming on Saturday. Saturday. Baby, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through all this shit because if this first part got me rattled like this, how the fuck am I make it through the next 4 parts? Because next week, tomorrow is about the sex tape and everything. And Lord Jesus, because that shit, you know, you guys, if you're not new to my channel and you've seen some of my videos, and when the mute R. Kelly came on and came around for real, you seen that I had some things to say, about the whole R. Kelly situation or whatever. Like, I've witnessed some things, meaning that, yeah, I used to see him, that stuff about him being at Kenwood and all that stuff. I used to go there, okay? We used to see him, the Kenwood, the McDonald's, all around Hyde Park and all that stuff. He used to scope out girls and stuff like that. That is known around Chicago, okay? It kind of pissed me off a little bit because I was like, I'm thinking that they really was just gonna, I ain't gonna say it pissed me off, but I didn't know they was going this direction. But it kind of made sense because you got to get to, they try to, get to the root of the issue, I guess. When people predators, you got people who's out here attacking people, being predators, abusers, and all that stuff. What is the root of it? Why they're like this? Is it some trauma that they went through in their life or whatever? Because sometimes the abuse become the abuser, okay? And all this alleged, okay? Because why you trying to come take my shit? But listen, when it started off, you get some of the women talking. And then it was like a couple of them that I've never seen before. Okay, I seen Geronda. I seen the other girl, who had her hair to the side like this. I think her name Katie or something like that. It begins with a K. But when it got to that second part, when they was really giving their stories, I never heard of the Lizette Martinez and the Lisa Van Allen. If I did, if she's been out there, I kind of missed it or whatever. But them recanting their story and saying what went on, it was just a lie. It was a lie. You had interviews from his brother Kerry, his younger brother Kerry, his older brother Bruce, who was in jail. Bruce is shit, okay? When Bruce said in this documentary, he literally came out of his mouth and said, first of all, that when that control shit, him and his brother the same, they like jealousy and all that stuff. They like their women to do what they say and all that shit. I said, oh, so you an abuser too. Okay, that's basically what you're saying without saying it. All right. And then when he said, I don't understand what people getting all up in arms or. Everybody got preferences, okay? Everybody has fantasies, okay? I like older women. So what if he like younger girls? That's a preference. I said, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a goddamn minute. There's the difference between preference and fucking pedophilia, okay? That is some pedophile ass shit to go after underage kids. You know what I'm saying? I said, what the fuck is going on? Did he really just say that? I said, that is why your ass is in jail right now, okay? That is why you are sitting there in jail with that 3XL jumpsuit on, okay? That is why, sir. That is why with your tooth missing, okay? Listen, you too old for this shit. You too old. What did you do to get in jail? Okay, I know it was some dumb shit because you just some dumb shit came out your mouth, so you had to have done some dumb shit to get your ass up in there. Anyway, bitch, I'm just sitting here like, did that motherfucker really just say that? No, baby. No, baby. It is a preference, okay? I don't care. Like, they went through his whole, the first hour was basically talking about his history when he was growing up. And, we've already heard about the fact that he was also sexually molested and, at a young age and his illiteracy. When he came out and he said that he couldn't read or write, I said, so how the fuck was he out here writing, quote unquote, these songs and shit? So he must have been just verbatimly saying stuff, and somebody probably was jotting them down and just recording that shit, because I don't know. But whatever. But then Andrea Kelly came through and was like, she helped his ass out. So, okay, I guess, to get on that good front. I'm just thinking the whole time, I was like, was he dyslexic or something? Is that what it was? Why he couldn't grasp the reading and writing and all that stuff? Did they test him for some special needs or whatever? Either way, it was a mess. It was a lot that was going on in his childhood. It's fucked up, but hey, at this point, do we feel sympathy? A lot of people go through a lot of fucked up shit in their childhood and they don't come out to be, taking it out on others or whatever. It just depends on how the cookie crumble. And in his case, the cookie crumbled allegedly into a place that is dark and disgusting. Okay. Oh, wow. They got in touch with Kim Woods, the music teacher who was there. She was there when I was there. She was there when he was there. Like, she was just there, okay? And she told it straight. Why the fuck you coming up here with these little girls, okay? Leave these young girls alone. Now, see, if you don't believe nobody, you gonna believe an old ass woman who ain't got shit to fucking laugh for, okay? And, some of the people, what really disturbed me about this whole thing is the people that's finally coming forward and saying something that's worked with him and been around him. And it's like, you've seen all this stuff going on and you did not say nothing then. I don't care what type of fucking power he got. I don't care what it is. If I see something wrong, I am not finna just sit back and continue to work with an individual or to just let that shit go. I'm going to the authorities. I don't care what you say. I don't care what type of powerful influence you have. You can threaten me and all that shit, but bitch, if I see it going down, that's just my moral character, okay? I cannot stand by and let shit happen and not do nothing about it. That's just not me, because that makes you an accomplice in a way. That make you, part of the fucking problem, because you just sitting back here turning a blind eye to it. The fucking tour manager saying all this shit about the young girls and stuff that he knew about, okay? That producer dude, Craig, you going into the studio and you seeing one girl here, one girl there, one girl there. They naked and, they in different rooms, but they all look young and underage, and you looking like, what the fuck is going on? But you still not saying nothing. You still not saying nothing. Okay, and this is why people be like, well, he ain't really do it. How you know they really telling the truth and all this stuff? This is that same excuse that people give when people don't go ahead and, you have rape victims and abuse victims and all these other people, who've gone through certain things in their life and they don't go ahead and say it right then and there. They say it years later or whatever. That's when you got people doubting them or whatever, because they don't go ahead and say it right then and there. But then you got people who see this shit and they don't say nothing, and it just irritated. And that was the main thing that pissed me the fuck off throughout this whole thing, especially that tour manager. Baby, let me just tell y'all this, put this out on the forefront right quick. When this whole documentary thing started coming out, I don't know if I mentioned it, but when they was about to do the whole documentary, the docu-series premiere, a bomb threat was called in, and the origin was from a 312 area code. And if you don't know, one of the area codes out here in Chicago is 312. That's more so like the metro downtown area, whatever. So it was like, girl, what? Okay, and so they had to call off the premiere of the show. The little looking viewing party. And then it came out saying recently, I think like today or yesterday, saying that R. Kelly's camp is, allegedly going to sue Lifetime if they premiere this. They show this documentary. Lifetime said, "Bitch, sue because we gonna show." And I was like, man, it's just getting crazy. And at this point, if you honestly feel like there is no truth to this, somewhere inside you, you believe that there is some truth to this stuff, okay? Even if it's just, you believe one individual, you believe that something happened, okay? And if not, because I know it's still going to be people defending and saying, oh, well, this ain't this, and, they came to him or whatever. It don't fucking matter. He's a grown-ass man in this situation. You the adult, okay? You should have the forethought, okay? You should have the, wherewithal to say, bitch, I'm an adult, you are a child. No, we can't do that. You should be able to say no, okay? If they won't, you should, okay? But, we heard about a couple of cases that Lisa and Lizette, they was like 17 when they met him and things like that. But when they brought into the whole foyer, the Aliyah situation, I knew it was going to come, but baby, I was not prepared. I was not prepared. Y'all know I love me some Aliyah. When Aaliyah passed away, bitch, I cried. I cried like that bitch was somebody in my motherfucking family that I know and was like my favorite cousin or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I cried. And I was young as hell when it happened too, so I didn't understand. So it's been true like that, you know what I'm saying? But to hear all that stuff, and earlier, I don't know if it was a clip that came out with the backup singer who was saying, she met R. Kelly when she was 14, and her, went into the studio or whatever and saw him, allegedly bent over one of her friends who was underage and all this stuff. She was spilling tea, alleged tea, about the whole situation. I don't know if it's real at this point, but you can't put nothing past anyone. But, putting it out there about Leah and him and their relationship, and Dana, her mama had to come out there. Miss Harden came out there and was like, listen, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is. I ain't never seen this bitch, okay? I don't know her from who St. John, okay? She ain't breathed the same air that Aaliyah breathed, okay? Because I never seen her before. Me and her daddy was on tour and always in her presence with her wherever she went. I said, well, obviously, I want to give her that. I want to give Miss Houghton that, but at one point, obviously, you weren't, because they did get that the marriage certificate is there. You know what I'm saying? So obviously some shit went down, and it's just a lot. And to hear that details about, oh, at one point, and she got mad at her. But then when the tour manager came through on the documentary and was talking shit, bitch, what? He said he seen some shit. He said that he knew about the marriage, that Kelly came to him and was saying that she possibly was pregnant. Oh, girl talking about she seen them doing. I said, what the fuck? What the fuck? I felt so uncomfortable watching this shit. Like, girl, it was just doing a lot for me. I was just like, and in a bad way. I was just sitting here like shaking. Like, no, 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 no. No, I don't want to hear this. I don't want this image in my head. I just don't. Okay, they showed that BT interview when they came out there dressed in the Mickey Mouse plaids and stuff. I remember that shit, bitch. I remember that shit. Okay, let me tell you something. Like, especially back in the day, and this been going on for a long time in the music industry and entertainment industry, period, where they had, young stars come out and they never really would tell their age, or they were, you know, um, either if they were older, they would make them say that they're younger, a couple of years younger or whatever, or if they were young, make them say they was a few years older or whatever, and if they can pull it off, you know what I'm saying? You go back in history and you can find some stuff like that where people was lying about their ages and shit like that. So when they showed that clip and Aaliyah was like, bitch, It's a mystery, bitch. I ain't gonna tell you. A lady never tells your age and shit. I said, God damn. Whoa, you know when you young, you just don't catch shit. You don't catch shit. When she sat there on that couch and said, he just my best friend forever and all this stuff. I said, he's a grown ass man and he's your best friend. Okay, you just don't catch none of this shit. And when they brought out that parallel, that shit about the age ain't nothing but a number, how this girl is talking about, being this young girl trying to, get with this older person and saying it ain't nothing but a number, we can go all night. I said, bitch, do not fuck the song up like that, because I didn't think of it like that, because now I'm sitting here thinking like, shit, we should have seen this shit coming. Like, what the fuck was going on? And all I could say was, bitch, I was young at the time. I was young at the time, so I ain't know no better. Okay, I ain't get it. I just like the song. Age ain't nothing but a number. Throw it down ain't nothing but a thing. That whole CD was his. Bitch, you and me got a string thing going on. Let me stop. No, we not finna do this. We not finna do this. No, no, no. I said, why y'all had to put this in here? And I know a lot of diehard Aliyah fans were upset that that was in there and felt as if, she's not here to tell her story, so why did they have to have somebody else tell it? But to be quite honest, it's a big major part of this whole sex thing. This whole, showing his history with underage, women and things like that. So it had to be said, to be quite honest. And no matter how much we didn't want to hear it, it had to be said. And, the wedding and how she was scared, and I was like, oh my God. But then you look back and you go back, and when they was talking about being underage and singing about certain stuff that they not supposed to be singing about. If you go back and you look, especially in the 90s and the early 2000s or whatever, when you had these young groups that came out and these young artists, whether they were male, female, or groups or whatever, they're singing about sex. 9 out of 10, they're not even of age to get a license yet. You had Usher. You had Destiny Child. Bitch, Destiny Child whole first album was talking about stealing somebody man. Okay? Why he ain't coming home to you? Because he over here with me. Bitch, what you talking about? And that second album. I know you see you watching you and I see you watching me. Well, girl, come on now. Come on now. Let's not play dumb, okay? Especially Usher. We done heard the stories about Usher. We seen Usher behind the music and how Diddy used to throw the parties and he used to be out there. We know Usher was thotting and biting at a young age too, okay? You had Monica, who was like 12 years old when her CD came out, between 12 and 14, bitch, singing about this stuff. You had all these young artists, especially in the 90s and stuff, singing about this shit. Brandy, Monica, Usher, Destiny Childs, and then they did that history when they go back with the men getting with the younger girls and all this stuff. And I said, oh my God, that is so true. It's acceptable for that, but let a older woman be with a younger man, or it's just then they did Andrea Kelly and how that whole thing came about, and ain't no way in hell I'm finna be with somebody that's gonna lock me up in the goddamn closet. And that's the thing that I just didn't understand. That's the cycle of abuse and mind control and manipulation, when you going through all this stuff and this shit ain't right, but you just can't leave them because they charm the fuck out of you, because they manipulate the shit out of you. And that's what's called grooming, okay? They get you so fucking comfortable to the point that, and they get you at an age that you can be manipulated so well, okay? And you just don't know no better. And it's just like, it's wrong, but you can't just break away. You have to figure out, bitch, okay, that's like the cycle of abuse. That's what it is. Why when women get abused and they be in domestic violence relationship and they begin their asses be back to back, and they be there for years, they just don't know how. That's why they keep going back. They just don't. Oh, they don't know their worth. And it's hard. You just can't say sometimes to get the fuck up and leave. Sometimes they don't know no better. Sometimes they just be manipulated beyond belief and shit like that. Oh, it was just a lot. That Andrea Kelly thing, to be his wife, and Lizette was talking about how she caught mono from him. and then it turned into something else where her brain was fucked up and half her body was paralyzed, and she was in the hospital like in a coma for 2.5 weeks or some shit, and all he did was send her mama $1,000 check. Bitch, you out here making thousands or hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, and you can only spend $1,000 on, you out here giving bitches mono? Mono, bitch, motherfuckers get mono in high school. Let me stop that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I just said, wow. Okay, wow. But the one that got me, bitch, not just Andrea and her shit that she had to go through, being married to him, and him, people being one way when you get married and you first get with them and they get past that honeymoon stage and then their true colors come out, and how everybody keep on saying this thing about him being controlling, calling him daddy, doing sex and all this shit, and you have to ask to go eat this and ask to go to the bathroom, and you can't talk to nobody, you got to look straight, and the abuse, it's just a lot. It was just a mess, okay? But the one that got me was when Lisa Van Allen got up there and she started talking about how, she met him on the video shoot and right then and there. And see, it's so fucked up because R. Kelly has some hits, okay? R. Kelly has some hits that goes, and I can't even listen to him like that. No, I can't not listen to him like that. I can't listen to him at all. You look at my shit, I have no R. Kelly shit on my stuff because it just does not feel right and it does not sit well in my spirit, okay? But when she was talking about how they first met, how they first sexual encounter happened, allegedly, and how all of this stuff went down when she didn't contact him right away. She told her mama that, I'm finna go down here to Chicago. And after she contacted him a month later, these her words, she was like, my mama just said fucking on here because she knew that she wasn't gonna stop me because I was too determined. I said, shit, what they should have got and some of the goddamn parents, because I don't know, we got 4 more parts. I want to see some of these parents and see what they thought process was. Okay, you letting your child go with this grown ass man, but then again, you got some kids that's out here that's so headstrong, they gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. Bitch, it was just a lot. When she was talking about the threesome, that turned my stomach. How he was setting up the video camera and, she was crying and he was like, supposedly said something to the fact of, what you crying for? Now I can't use this. I can't watch this back and all this stuff. I said, wait a goddamn minute. And then it was another young girl. Okay, because at the time she was 17 and the other girl was like supposed to be 16. Come to find out she wasn't. She was really 14. Come to find out who the fuck that was, bitch, when Sparkle came on there. Sparkle my homegirl, okay, just let y'all know. And when that whole shit went down, that was her niece, okay? When she started talking about, she is the only one that was on here talking about, bitch, you ain't finna get me, okay? Oh, you gonna try that? They can't talk to me you not around or whatever the fuck. I'ma talk to them so you can tick off. So you can be ticked off and all this shit. I don't give a fuck, okay? You not finna control me. You not finna tell me what the fuck to do because I'll be good goddamn. I said, bitch, I know that's the fuck right. I know that's the fuck right. Sometimes some women can do it and sometimes some women can't, and that's people in general. But when she said all that shit and when she said about how she had a niece with her and she said she introduced him to R. Kelly and she come from that school where her parents said, bitch, you ain't sleeping over nobody's house. If I ain't there, you ain't sleeping over nobody's house. You ain't gonna be with nobody when I don't know about them and all that stuff. Because all of a sudden, Denise is at the studio with R. Kelly by herself, claiming that the parents done dropped her off because it's a kids party or some shit finna go on, knowing damn well apparently that because according to Lisa Van Allen, she can tell that he had already been doing stuff with her. I said, and at the time when they first met, she was 12, and then come to find out the girl that they was fucking around with, she thought was 16 years old, was only 14. I said, Jesus Christ. And then get into the sex tape in the next episode. It was just a lot, y'all. It was too much. It was too much. I don't like hearing stuff like this, okay? And it's the stuff that actually goes on. And like I said, you're going to have people that's going to be like, oh, this shit a lie and all this shit, whoop-de boo, 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 boo. And they wanted it and all this stuff. Bitch, shut the fuck up, okay? Now, if you can defend pedophilia, you can defend shit like that, something's wrong with you, okay? You need to look within yourself. And sometimes what happens is people really cannot, they become so enamored with people that they can't see that they are just that. imperfect human beings just like you and me. They're flesh and blood, and they are flawed people just like you and me. And they can also make mistakes, or they can also be, everybody has different faces that they show people, okay? I can show you this face right here being all bubbly on screen or whatever, and then when I cut this shit off, bitch, I'm sad as fuck. You just never know what's going on. Bitch, I had a time on Twitter the other look, I was going through some shit over the fucking break, bitch, okay? If you was reading my Twitter, you probably was like, bitch, what the fuck is this bitch going on? And then I get back on the camera and I'm like, hey, oh yeah, bitch was going through it, okay? You just don't know. People show you different faces at different times, okay? So what people don't learn, some people that can't do because they grow up on a person's artistry and their entertainment and their product that they put out, and they can't separate that celebrity from a real person. They can't separate the art from the fact that, yeah, he or she may be this person, but they're also imperfect human beings. Take that celebrity away, that's some fucked up shit that they can do. Any and everybody is capable of doing some fucked up shit. You just never know. And you have to put that in your mind that it's possible, okay? You don't want it to crush the things that you think about this person, but you also have to understand that it happens. It happens. A lot of your faves are fucked up. A lot of your mine's ain't bitch. A blind chick trying to no shade. She trying to sue my girl. Okay, trying to sue my company. I said, girl, because Parkwood, I guess the website ain't accountable with the Disability Accessible Act or whatever. She can't read, ain't no talk back on the website so she can hear the shit. Beyonce fixed that shit so this girl can stop playing, okay? But you just never know. You never know what goes on behind closed door. These celebrities, that's why you hear so much about these celebrities coming out being with all these mental illnesses, being depressed and suicidal and all this shit. And you like, damn, bitch, when we see you every time, you got a smile on your face and all this shit. It's the same thing. You never know what grimy, dirty shit going on behind closed door. Because they don't want you to see. That ain't what you're supposed to see. Okay, that ain't the image they trying to put out. They trying to cover their real self. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to let that thought process, let it process. Think about it. Like, it's possible that this shit could happen. And I'm seeing all alleged, but it's just, y'all tell me how y'all felt about the whole thing. Because I wasn't even sure if I was going to do this thing. Because it's like 4 more parts. Depending on how next week, tomorrow go, 9 10, you probably ain't gonna get no review for it. If you do get a review for it, I'm probably gonna talk about it in my what it is. But baby, this is just the initial thought, and yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, y'all opinions about it. Do a change. Please, 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 please be respectful to each other in the comments, because, like I said, it's already going to be some people who's going to have varying views, who's going to still be, it is what it is. That's your opinion. That's what you want. That's up to you. Okay? Just be respectful in the comments. That's all that I ask. All right? I need to go. I'll see y'all later. All right? Y'all tell me how y'all feel. And y'all have a blessed night after this. Peace.